Yet this book, and an even earlier book, The Spirit of Zen, remain the favorites of many readers. Setting aside, however, certain immaturities of style and organization, as well as of certain lines of development, the essential theme of this book is, for me, as valid and as important as ever. It has continued as the basic insight of all that I have written subsequently, books in which I have tried to express it in terms of a variety of differing philosophical and religious languages. This theme is concerned with the realization of happiness in the Aristotelian and Thomistic sense of a man's true end or destiny, in which sense happiness means union with God, or, in Oriental terms, harmony with the Tao, or moksha, or nirvana. The point on which I have insisted in many different ways is, in brief, that this special and supreme order of happiness is not a result to be attained through action, but a fact to be realized through knowledge. The sphere of action is to express it, not to gain it. The exposition of this theme involves a number of peculiar logical and psychological difficulties. From a rigorously logical point of view, the words in which this theme is stated mean exactly nothing. In the terms of the great Oriental philosophies, man's unhappiness is rooted in the feeling of anxiety which attends his sense of being an isolated individual or ego, separate from life or reality as a whole. On the other hand, happiness, a sense of harmony, completion, and wholeness, comes with the realization that the feeling of isolation is an illusion. In fact, that which feels itself to be the separate, individual consciousness is identical with that universal and undivided reality of which all things are manifestations. The meaning of happiness explains that the psychological equivalent of this doctrine is a state of mind called total acceptance, a yes saying to everything that we experience, the unreserved acceptance of what we are, of what we feel and know at this and every moment. To say, as in the Vedanta, that all is Brahman, is to say that this whole universe is to be accepted. To put it in another way, at each moment we are what we experience, and there is no real possibility of being other than what we are. Wisdom, therefore, consists in accepting what we are, rather than in struggling fruitlessly to be something else, as if it were possible to run away from one's own feet. But if you cannot run away from your feet, you cannot run after them either. If it is impossible to escape from reality, from what is now, it is equally impossible to accept or embrace it. You cannot kiss your own lips. Speaking logically, the idea of accepting one's experience in its totality means nothing. For yes has meaning only in relation to no, so that if I say yes to everything, the word ceases to have any content. To abolish all valleys is to get rid of all mountains. By the same logic, it is equally meaningless to say all is Brahman, for statements which are applied to all experiences whatsoever add nothing to our knowledge. When I have said that this whole universe is life, reality, Tao, or Brahman, I have said no more than that everything is everything. It is easy, then, to sympathize with the reviewer of this book who said, "The mountain has labored and brought forth a mouse." Yet he was mistaken in one slight respect. There was no mouse, and in this tremendous trifle lies the real significance of the book, the meaning which was hidden between the lines because it could not be stated in the words. For between the lines is the paper, the seeming emptiness or nothing, on which the words are printed, and which is quite essential to their being printed at all. In a rather similar way, reality, or Brahman, is the essential basis of every thing and experience. If I say that paper underlies every word on this page, I might perhaps be understood as saying something like this: paper, paper, underlies paper, every paper, word, paper, on, paper, this, paper, page, paper, which is neither sensible nor true. Just as the words cannot utter the paper beneath them, because the paper